morning, everybody. I just made a half-hour video and it seemed like the whole thing got lost. Maybe if I record this, I'll get back the other one. But anyway, today's my Zeide yartzeit. So the kitzur, very briefly. I was, every morning when I daven, if I'm davening at home, I look over at the bookshelf. When we say the words, for the sake of our ancestors who trusted you so to have grace on us and teach us. And I look at the shelf and I look at the Sforim from the Hummish that I have on the shelf, the number of Sforim that I have. It's my ancestor, and I think just like you had grace on that great ancestor of mine, the Hummish, for him to learn Torah, so too I should be Zeide to learn like him. And I need that grace because I don't deserve it. And Mosai, Yagil, Maisai, Lamasai, Avoisai, when will my deeds reach the deeds of my ancestry? Like the Hummish. And I realized that it's not only a gadol like the Hummish. Today is the yartzeit of my Zeide, Baruch Yitzchak Albert Schwartz, and he was for me in Tzaddik. And not only that, but he was an example of Talmud Torah. In the shul there, he was a balabas. He was also in corrections like I am. I'm a prison chaplain, and he was a parole officer. So we have my Baba, his wife. She was also in corrections. She was a nurse in Rikers Island. But anyway, Baba and the Zeide both were in corrections, and also in corrections. So runs in the family. But my Zeide was a loibet. He learned Torah, and he wasn't a big Talmud Chacham. But I remember two things. One I mentioned in the video, another one I didn't. First of all, that I mentioned in that video that maybe will come back, he would go to the shir every week, Shabbos afternoon, and the Rav there, the Rav Meir Belitsky, he would give a shir once a week, Shabbos afternoon, and there were other shirim also. He gave a Gemara shir, and learned the Gemara Sanhedrin, and after my Zeide was nifter, one of the balabatim, he took a big Gemara off the shelf, the Gemara Sanhedrin, and he showed me in the front of the Gemara, they had started learning, I don't know, sometime in the 70s or 80s, with the Rav, they started to learn the Gemara Sanhedrin. They didn't cover that much ground every week, and they learned once a week. And, 20 years later, in the 90s, they finished Sanhedrin. And the Balabatim who were there when they started Sanhedrin, they wrote their names, signed their names in the front of the Gemara. I don't know why they did this, but it was interesting to see. And the ones who finished it, in the back, they signed their names. Young Israel, New Hyde Park, Queens, near the border with Long Island, near Long Island Jewish Hospital. And my Zeide was one of the few names. It was in the front and the back. And after that, art school came out, so they were learning Makos. And this is the next Masechta, and that's the first Masechta the art school published. And I don't think he made it through Makos. He was nifter before that. Another thing I remember, and I wish I had this Hummish, I don't know if one of my uncles has it or where it went. It was a Hummish that my Zeide wrote notes in. So he was a Sensino Hummish, Rabbi Cohen's commentary, but my Zeide wrote his own notes. The Hummish. One thing I remember was coming to Parshas Noach. He pointed out that it's not a contradiction that it says Shnayim Mishnayim, that it says 2 by 2 came the animals into the ark, but then the clean animals came 7 by 7. Because he said Shnayim doesn't have to mean 2 by 2. Shnayim could be pairs. So there were multiple pairs. There were 7 pairs of the clean animals, of the kosher animals. And so there were probably, I don't know, either 7 or 14 giraffes. Depends on how you count. On the ark, even though we always see the pictures of for the kids' books with 2 giraffes, there were more giraffes. Probably baby giraffes, I'm thinking. Anyway, the point that I'm bringing out here is my Zeide's learning on his level was just as choshev, was just as important as the Chavos Yorah's learning, as my Zeide's learning, Chavos Yorah, the Gadol Ador. Both, and any learning you do is important. And I still pray just as much that I should learn, God should be gracious on me and let me learn Torah like the Chavos Yorah, and so too God should let me learn Torah like my Zeide, Al Schwartz. Because I don't know if my learning, even though I've finished Shas a few times, and I learn, Baruch Hashem, I cover a lot of ground every day, like Rav Breslover teaches, and Baruch Hashem, I keep up with it, even when it's not so easy, like today I'm not feeling so well. Here where I think this happened belonged to my Zeide, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to perform a ceremony. And the point that I'm saying is that I still have to pray that I should learn Torah like my Zeide also. That my Torah should be as pure and holy as his. And just like I pray that my Torah learning should be like the Chavos Yorah, or like Moshe Aryeh Kruler, or like Moshe Schmitz, the Chengerov, or like Levi Yushalmi, the Belgraderov, or like the Maharal in Prague, or all of my Zeides going back to Tanaim Namaroim, back to David HaMelech, and my Torah learning should be like them. So too, I have to have that devotion to my Zeide, that my Torah learning came to Chanenu Slamdenu. Should be like my Zeide, going to the Shir in the Shul Shabbos afternoon, davening every day in Shul, and there'd be a little Dvar Torah after davening. The Rav will say a Dvar Halacha after davening. And learning Hummish, writing notes in his Hummish, in English Hummish. I pray that my Torah should be so pure, and I want you all to pray the same thing. If you have ancestors who learned Torah, it should be like that. If you don't know of any, you probably do have some. You'll certainly go far enough back. But if you don't know about them, still, Talmidim Elu Habonim. If you're a student, if you're a disciple, you're also a child. That your teachers are your ancestors spiritually, and their teachers. And realize that whatever Torah you learn for your grandchildren, if you're blessed to have grandchildren who learn Torah, they should also be able to pray that their learning Torah should be like you're learning Torah. Right? Like the song Moshe Yes had, right? Who will be the Zeides for our children if not we? Who will be the Zeides for my children if not me? So we have to be those Zeides for our children. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment, and we'll see you later.